Hey, we're the History Hikers. I'm Dries.
And I'm Jente.
Welcome to our very first Spanish castle.
It's the Castel de Montreuil.
In November 2023, we embarked on an expedition which would see us push past borders and over mountain ranges into as of yet unexplored territory. We chased the warming embrace of the sun south as we set out on a discovery of beautiful Catalonia, its nature and of course its rich history. We were blessed with weather we can often only dream of during Belgian summers. During the hike up to the castle of Montreuil, the rhythmic crunch of gravel beneath our boots served as a soothing symphony. The fragrant aroma of rosemary and thyme lingered amidst the crisp air which was carried in by the gentle breeze. A castle ruin was waiting for us at the top, and we couldn't be happier.
Montreuil translates to Red Mountain. According to legend, it was the blood of the lady of the castle and her lover that stained the castle and hill when they were killed by her husband. In reality, the name probably comes from the reddish hues of the clay soil of the hill and the sandstone blocks that were used in the castle.
The crown of the hill is shared by a small bunker, presumably built during the Spanish Civil War. Almost 900 years separate the two structures, but both were built with the same purpose. They both take advantage of the strategic vantage point of the hill.
The first mention of the castle was in 1070, when its owner, Guillaume Bernat, swore fealty to the Count of Besalú. Some 200 years later, a document states that 18 men were needed to defend the castle. Though it may not look like a lot, this is already quite a significant number.
Most of the castle is in a very ruined state. We can still see traces of walls, which show that it was constructed following the topography of the terrain. The best preserved elements are a crenellated section and the remains of a tower. For everything else, we rely mostly on our imagination to make out the shape of the castle.
The castle has seen many ages of habitation. A census from the 14th century informs us that 8 families used to live here. We can assume that this number might have grown as the castle was remodeled several times through the ages. In fact, most of the current visible constructions date to the 17th and 18th centuries.
Maybe it's not surprising the castle is a ruin these days due to its strategic location and close proximity to France. During the War of the Pyrenees, revolutionary France and Spain were pitted against each other, and the castle of Montreuil was one of its victims. In 1794, the castle was destroyed during the so-called Battle of the Black Mountain, which is a name the French gave to this red hill for some reason.
At the top of the castle, where we're currently standing, it's very difficult to distinguish any real shapes or structures. We literally had to scramble over the rubble of collapsed walls to get around. It pains our historian hearts to see a castle ruin in such a magnificent location turned into a dilapidated pile of stones. Here's hoping someday a restoration campaign can save the castle and its enduring legacy.
That was the castle of Montreuil.
Montreuil.
Time for the arbitrary subjective castle score. I'm gonna say a 7.
Yeah, I was thinking a 7 as well.
It is a beautiful castle and it has a bunker.
And, well, yes, beautiful castle, but also the surroundings are chef's kiss.
Thank you so much for watching. Leave your own score in the comments.
And like, comment, subscribe and all that good YouTube stuff if you want to see more of these kind of castles.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.